less to do with it than how good they are on offense and what we need to do defensively to try and slow them down. They're obviously as fastest team as there is in the country. They score a lot of points. They score them in bunches. They run a lot of plays. They play with unbelievable tempo. So it's a great challenge for us.
Justin, that game in 09 when you were the DC at Boise State, they seem to still kind of be more of a power-based team with Garrett. How have they kind of morphed since from then to now?
I think there's a lot of similar plays. I mean, they had a couple of backs. Michael James on that team.
John Timu is your guys?
They run similar schemes. Sometimes they run more gap schemes and zone schemes depending on who they have, but there's still a lot of similarities in the plays.
They faster?
Faster. I mean, warp and mop, what's faster? I mean, they're both they're fast. Really fast.
What can you take away from those games that you've coached in recently to now? What can you take away from those games that you coached until now? What can you take away from those games and implement into this game?
Playing against them, you're saying?
No, coaching, coaching.
Coaching against Oregon.
Yeah, what can you implement that you?
It's a totally different schematic than a lot of teams. The tempo at which they run their plays, the speed of the players that are doing it. They do a great job with their play action game. Their O-line does a really good job of staying on people and covering up the blockers to get those backs to seam. They do it with unbelievable tempo, so it's a challenge for us.
Just like kind of over the whole going back to Oregon thing. Does that mean anything to you in any way at all?
It's our neck. I mean, they're the number 2 team in the country. We're going there to play. Personally,
yeah.
I mean, I went to school there, proud to be from there, but my allegiance is to the Huskies and this team.
Is there a bigger contrast to go from having to prepare for Stanford, Howard versus Oregon spread?
Two very different type of offenses. They're very, very different. I mean, there's probably not a bigger contrast out there.
Can you even count on any substitutions? You have to plan on playing 11 for a long time.
We're gonna, you have to. You mean in terms of groups?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough because literally the ref is trying to put the ball down and the center's trying to snap it. I mean, it happens that fast. The chains are never even set. When they get a first down, you guys have seen it. You've never seen the chains even being set. So unless they substitute, that's the time that you can substitute. If they